Right. So welcome you all to this webinar on the topic design thinking. So I hope this session is really useful for you. Right. So I will right away get into the topic. I'll share a presentation for you. I hope this presentation is viewable. Right. If you have any issues regarding the presentation, please let me know through the chat box. Are you able to see the screen? Just let me know if you're able to see the screen. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, sir. We'll right away go with the presentation. So, design thinking. Yeah. So, what is design thinking? No, we as human beings, we go through different kind of challenges and issues day by day. Right, each day we get into different kind of challenges, different kind of issues, different kind of problems to be that we are facing every day. Right, so we need some information to solve those problems that we face every day. So this design thinking has been there for a long time, but we do not have that particular term named design thinking. But now we have this particular term called design thinking, wherein we concentrate on solving very problematic situations with a human touch. Okay, the human touch. So, what is design thinking? Design thinking is an ideology or process to solve complex problems in highly human-centered way, right? So, we talk about out of the box thinking, right? There's a thinking called out of the box thinking, right? Thinking out of the box to solve very problematic situations. Out of the box thinking plus concentrating on humans in a human way, trying to understand them would be design thinking. Okay, that would be the end of it actually. Process to solve complex problems in a highly human-centered manner. So, what famous people have to say about design thinking? So, we must design for the way people behave, not for how we would wish them to behave. So, we would wish people to behave some way, but people do not behave that way. They behave differently. So, that is what Don Norman says here. And Edward D. Bono, what he says is the need to be right all the time is the biggest bar there is to new ideas. So a failure needs to be there for a success. Okay, success doesn't come suddenly or within a fraction of a second. So there needs to be failures for success. So failure needs to be there. We should allow failures to happen, and the failure should be fast and quick. People ignore design that ignore people. So only people will accept those designs that will accommodate people or for the people. This is said by Frank Kimero. So why business thinking again? I was talking about people. People do not always do what they think. What you think they do. I mean, we would think that some person, your friends or your relatives or whoever it might be, you think that they will behave in this particular way, but they would not behave. It is not confirmed, or it is not certain that they will behave in that particular way. They can behave in different kind of ways. Okay, that you would not know. And people do not always do what you tell them to do. If you tell them to do something, they will not do that. Okay, there are different people tend to behave in different kind of ways in different kind of situations. So observation and asking why makes you find out what people really do and need. So you need to observe, observation and asking these questions. You'll be able to find the answer through design thinking. So what are the difference between traditional thinking and design thinking? The traditional thinking, in traditional thinking, we say that we need to avoid failures. Okay, we need to cut down failures. But as per design thinking, we say that you need to fail, you need to allow failure to happen, but you need to fail fast. Okay, you have to fail fast and get up, and then you have to run. Okay, you have to carry over. You say you need to take risk. Okay, in traditional thinking, you say get it right in the first time. Okay, first time itself you need to get it right. Here you say no. If it is not getting right, also you can keep iterating, or keeping on running the process, iterating the process, and getting it right. Here you talk about certainty. You need to be certain about things. But in design thinking, you say no ambiguity or uncertainties can also be embraced. No, in traditional thinking, there is something called thinking. You need to think. Here, you need to do something in design thinking. In traditional thinking, you have facts and numbers. Here, you have storytelling, and there you use logic. And here, you use emotional well-being. And there, it is about standardization. Here, it is about humanization. So, the basic idea is humanization. So, talking about humans, or dealing with humans in the human way. What is the design thinking mindset? Right now, what is the design thinking mindset? So when we talk about design thinking, it is about optimism or positive mindset. It is human-centered. It is ambiguity. You can embrace ambiguity. You can learn from failures. You can make it or do, or you need to iterate. Okay, keep on doing it, and you can collaborate. This is the mindset of design thinking. Okay, is design thinking analytical or intuitive? What do you mean by analytical? Analytical means something to do with numbers, standardization. Intuitive means something to do with your instincts, your personal instincts. Okay, you know that okay, this would come out well. Okay, that is your personal instinct. But some people will say, as per the numbers, as per the statistics, it will not happen. As per the statistics, it will happen. That is about analytical. Okay, intuitive means the thinking, and based on your previous experiences, you say that something will happen. That is intuitive. Okay. So here we say that design thinking is 50% analytical and 50% intuitive. Okay, 50% analytical and 50% intuitive. It's a mixture of both. Okay, you need to have analytics, you need to have statistics, and also you need to have intuition. Right. So you might have known about the new product development steps. Okay, in marketing, would have known about the or in different areas, and in marketing, we talk about this new product development and the steps of new product development. You have idea generation, generating an idea, idea screening, concept development, then business strategy development, then product development, test marketing, and finally commercialization and introduction. Same way, there's a process for design thinking. Okay, the same way. We have 5 steps here. We have 5 stages of design thinking. Okay, these are the very important stages of design thinking. How you are you able to implement design thinking is based on these 5 stages. Okay, so first stage would be to empathize. Okay, first stage would be to empathize. Empathize in the sense that you are empathizing with a human being. Okay, understanding the human needs involved. Okay, understanding the human needs involved. You are empathizing, or empathizing means thinking from the point of view of the customer, thinking from the point of view of your friend, thinking from the point of view of your relative. Okay, so thinking from the point of view of others is something that is called empathizing. Okay, empathizing. Okay, wearing the shoes of others. So we talk in that nature. So first, we need to understand the basic human needs, what exactly the human needs, or what exactly the customer needs in this scenario. So basically, design thinking is about creating a product anyway, right? So we are talking, when we talk about creating a product, it's obviously about the customer. Okay, customer is the king, and so we need to create products based on the customers' needs and based on their satisfaction levels. So first we need to understand the customer's basic requirements, the needs. That is empathizing. Next, when you understand the needs, you define the problem. What is the problem of the customer? What is the customer not thriving, what the customer really wants from the situation? So we need to define that or reframe the problem again and again, and we need to define the problem in a human-centric way. And then third, you have ideas or ideating or ideate. You're creating ideas to solve the problem, creating ideas to solve the problem. Uh, so you have defined the problem in the second stage, and third stage you are creating ideas to solve the problem. There are different ways to um, generate ideas. You have something called brainstorming sessions to generate ideas. You have something called brain writing sessions, right? You have something called worst idea ever sessions. Okay, in these sessions, people can put out their minds, put out their ideas, put out the worst available ideas in their minds, and when they put that, when we compile them and finally we screen them, you'll get a very good idea, right? That is about it. And fourthly, when you get an idea, you convert it into a prototype. Okay, you convert it into a concept. Okay, so when you talk about cars or automobiles, so they have an idea. For example, the earlier it used to be fuels like petrol and diesel. Now they are changing to electric vehicles. Okay, that is an idea, and next generation will be different. Okay, and so when we talk about these ideas, so they would have arrived at these ideas, and finally they have created a prototype, they have created the concept, and they have put it out for testing. So when the testing becomes successful, they will bring it to commercialization. So that is called a prototype. Okay, creating a concept, and finally you test the product. Okay, finally you test the idea in the market, developing a testable prototype to the problem. Okay, testing the idea in the market is the final step. So these are the 5 stages of design thinking, right? So this design thinking is not a linear process. It should not be from empathizing, defining to ideate to prototype to testing. It can be backwards also. It can be forward also. It can be any way around. Okay. While testing, if you have a failure, you can come back to idea. You can create more ideas. Go to prototype again to testing. And if you again create a prototype and you see that it is not working, you can again come back to the actual problem, defining the problem. Okay, and if you are not able to create proper ideas, there will be problem in the empathizing area. Okay, you are not able to empathize with the humans in the proper way. You have not understood the problem correctly. Only if you understand the problem correctly, you'll be able to create, generate an idea, create a prototype, and finally test it in the market. Right. A quick example for this design thinking would be what you see on the screen. I hope it is visible for you. I hope it is visible for you. Water wheel, right? Earlier, people, ladies used to carry water from one point of one location to another. They'll be carrying for miles and long durations. So this idea has been adopted in many villages, which is called water wheel right now. So the ladies can fetch water in the wheels, and they can roll the wheels around. So there is a reduction of burden for the humans. So there is a human touch to it. So we'll see what they say at Uber Eats. I'll take this example and explain to you how design thinking works for them. Okay, Uber Eats. I hope everyone knows about Uber Eats. Just like what you see in just like Swiggy, Zomato, the online food apps, food delivery apps. Okay, Uber is a multinational company. They are into transportation or renting of vehicles, and they have entered into this food business, and they have this business in more than 80 countries, right? In different cities all over the world. Okay, so Uber Eats have a different mindset towards their product, towards delivering foods to their customers. So they say that they adopt the three steps to implement this design thinking for them. Okay, they adopt three different steps here. The first step would be, they say, we immerse deeply. We immerse deeply. That means they go deep into the market. They go deep into the. This is the first step for them. They go deep into the market. So one of the the steps in that stage is the walkabout program that they adopt. The walkabout program. That means, see in the picture, there are two ladies here. They are employees of Uber Eats. They are members of the designing team at the Uber Eats. So these people are in the streets of Seoul in South Korea. They are into the streets. They are trying to, they are ready to taste the different dishes that are available in the streets of South Korea. Okay. Uh, so exactly like this, what happens is, every members of the team are out in the streets of their locality, their particular location. They're trying to understand the taste and preferences of the people, of the local people. No, nowadays you can that different kind of people eat different kind of foods, right? But anyway, even if South Indians eat burger or pizzas, or if for example Americans eat dosas or idlis, no, it is there is definitely a local touch to their particular cuisine. They'll have a particular cuisine, their local cuisine, so they'll be they'll be attached to that particular cuisine, right? Uh, so that'll be their basic food, right? That'll be the basic food. For example, when you talk about Indians, we take rice as our basic food. When you talk about Chinese, also they also take rice as their basic food. Okay, so yeah, each and every location will have different kind of food available for available for people. And when you talk about South India, you talk about spicy food, right? So these people get into the markets. They understand the requirement of the people there, requirement of the customers there. They talk to people, they talk to vendors, they talk to customers, right? And this is one of the programs that they adopt in the first stage. Then they have order shadowing. What is meant by order shadowing? What they do is, so there are three main stakeholders who play along with Uber Eats. Again, in Swiggy and Zomato, also the same thing happens. The first stakeholder is the restaurant, the food provider, the restaurant runner. Okay, the restaurant people. The second would be the delivery partners. Okay, you have different people on the streets trying to deliver food from the restaurant to the customer at their homes or at their offices. So second would be the delivery people, and third would be the customer, actual customer. There are three stakeholders here. So what these people do from the designing team, they try to follow these people. They try to follow the restaurant functionaries in the the chefs and the cooking people in the restaurants. They try to follow them. They try to understand what they're doing when they receive an order. Okay, what they're doing, how are they able to keep up with time when they receive an order. And the second stakeholder is delivery partners. So they follow delivery partners to the when delivery partners receive an order through their every all these three people will have different apps for them, right? They'll have the different interfaces for them. So once they receive an order through the interface, what they actually do to deliver the food to the customer and how they are able to earn more money. So what they are doing to earn more money, right? And again, the third thing, they follow the customers also. They follow how the customers try to order food, try to receive food and all. Also, we talk about delivery partners. There will be different challenges for them, right? Delivering to private homes, delivering to offices, it will be a different challenge. Delivering to no apartments, very big apartment buildings will be a challenge. Okay, how they go through the security and they'll go and reach the floor and reach the house. It's a different kind of challenge for them. So these are the basic problems faced by them. So they try to understand how these people are running around and try to. So this will be the first step actually, and then third thing, they have fireside chats. When you talk about the first step, I talked about walkabout program, order shadowing, and the third one is fireside chats. Like in campfire, they invite these stakeholders who are restaurant food providers, delivery partners, and they also invite customers to their offices and discuss with them and try to get their inputs. So when they try to get the inputs, they'll be able to understand the human requirement in that particular area, and then they can define the problem. And second stage, what they're doing is what they say is we iterate quickly. Iterate quickly means they do not fall. Even if they fall, they get up and run quickly, or they try to implement things quickly. And first thing is rapid field testing. So when they get an idea to use technology, okay, we know that we are using technology, right? So technology and food. When we talk about Uber Eats, they want to link technology and food, right? So they are trying to understand the human nature and try to deliver food so that it will be a easy job for the customer, for the restaurant and the delivery partner. So every now and then, if they find an idea, a new idea, they will try to put it in the testing. And if it works out, it is fine. Otherwise, they will keep on changing and run towards it. And next one is A bar B testing. So A or B, plan A or plan B. So they'll have two plans. They will run them simultaneously in different locations, and they will see if they are which plan is implementing properly, and finally they will select the final plan, and they will implement that entirely for the entire customer hold. And then they have operations team experiments. They have different team experiments. Then thirdly, we see that what they say is we innovate constantly. So so understanding the humans, so understanding the customers is first, understanding the restaurant providers is first, understanding the delivery partners is first, and then they bring up with a problem here, and then they create ideas through these innovation workshops here. Okay, they create ideas. The designing team also attends conferences and meetups of other companies, other food companies, food technology companies, and they are also trying to understand the food world, actually, the entire the food industry, and only then they'll be able to create the proper solutions for the problems here. And also they go through field trips. So these are the things Uber Eats adopts to bring out a design thinking in it, and not trying to solve different issues of the customers. Right. So finally, what is we talked about design thinking as an approach to problem solving and innovation, right? And very importantly, I said in a human-centered way. So people first is the idea. People first is the idea, and there are 5 modes of the design thinking guide for the design thinking process. I hope this the information which I shared was useful for you. Right. If you have any doubts or any any clarifications regarding design thinking, I'd be able to clear that right now. So one more minute, just let me know if you have any. Right. If in that case, we can close this session. So thank you so much for joining this webinar, and hope the session was really helpful for you. Thank you so much. Thank you.